the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the USC Trojans offense will have the opening possession of the game. He'll start this drive firing. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. With the catch, it's awesome. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got it in the middle. It's Sanders. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Trojans! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
The Hawkeyes offense will take the field for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
He'll pull it on the read. Across the 45. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback, reading the deep.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fakes the grab.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Here's the handoff. Running to Green. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got the quick pass. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quickly to the tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. The snap sets up the throw. Wide open downfield. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Touchdown, USC! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Glenn. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. All kinds of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese,
he lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 25 in his room. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. But a little time, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He's looking to throw. The screen, and watch out! Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
yeah, and on money downs defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Hawkeyes want to move quickly. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to pass. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Surging forward on the sneak. Scores! We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive. There he goes to run. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. Touchdown Trojans! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Hand off from the shotgun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's got an open man. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Hawkeyes have moved it inside the 20. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. The spin, still on his feet. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Going for the big play. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Trojans in the hurry-up. to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Peppers. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the grab. It's Glenn. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. At the 30. Inside the touchdown, USC. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field.
Ball is loose, and he was able to get back on top of it. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Wants to throw on first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Second down, he'll throw it. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
A strike downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Off-play action on first down. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Going to swing it on second down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Wants to keep it in the air. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on it.
Yeah, and just break that extra tackle, you know, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
At the 35, he's loose. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man, it's Peppers. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Peppers. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it.
Fires deep toward the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. one word to describe this guy: unstoppable. Over 150 yards receiving, and he is putting the gold into that Cardinal and gold.
And they do such a good job with this offense year after year. If you're a USC OC, you got stars. On the outside, you got speed. You know how to highlight them. You know how to find them. And you know how to feed them for big days like this.
Got his man quickly. On the move at the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Oh, they're after him. Starting to feel a little pressure. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Trojans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The screen, he can go! Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. The pitch. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be